Cool. So thanks for that warm welcome, Val. As you all know, this is our first time at this venue, so lion's share of work has gone into it from Val's side in organizing all of the behind the scenes and arrangements for today. So let's start with that. And so I just want to give a brief introduction about our society. Please consider joining us if you haven't already become a member. So our New Jersey branch of ASM is referred to as Theobald Smith Society. It's named after Dr. Theobald Smith, who is a renowned scientist who was an epidemiologist, bacteriologist, made numerous contributions to microbiology, and he's published over like 280 papers or so, and he's really well known for our foundations and how we understand host pathogen interactions and microbiology in general. So with that, I encourage everyone to join and become a member. If you have any questions about how you want to become a member or payment related things, please contact Val. She'll be available. And I just want to introduce the officers involved in our society. So we have, you all know me, for this year I'm the president and trying to oversee some of the functions. And we have on board also our president-elect, Dr. Jason Yang from Rutgers Newark, who will be taking over next year. And then we have our treasurer, Dr. Val Carabetta, who you just heard from right here. And our branch counselor is Dr. Jeffrey Boyd from Rutgers, New Brunswick, who many of you may already know. And yeah, our secretary, one of the most, like our backbone of this society is Dr. Raymond Sullivan. And if you guys have any questions about the history of this society, anything you want to learn from, Ray is the person to go to. He's fantastic. So come meet us. If you don't know any of us, come and meet us and talk to us about anything you might be curious. Okay, so this is just a recap of what we did in the spring meeting. We had keynote speakers, Dr. Barry Crisworth, and we also had Val Carabetta present, and we had the Waxman Award lecture by Dr. Donna Fennell. She's also an ASM distinguished lecturer. And we also presented the Young Investigator Award to Dr. Jason Yang, who will be presenting later today. And we had some fantastic presentations from the trainees. Some of you might recognize yourself in these pictures. So we had 4 poster prize winners. And we also had excellent presentations from our abstracts that we selected for the lightning talks, 6 presentations by 7 presenters. So we are a part of the bigger ASM. So I also wanted to want to encourage you to consider becoming a member for the bigger organization, ASM, to support their mission, not only in the research, but also in training and professional development in the field of microbiology and beyond. So in this case, there are several resources on the ASM website. Here I'm just referring to some of them. So there is a lot of career-related information and for professional development, not only for PIs, but also for trainees, more importantly, to become an ambassador or a leader in your field. So definitely check out these resources and apply. And if you're curious about them, definitely approach us and we can guide you in the right direction. Okay, so the next announcement is about the ASM microbe. So just like we have our branch meetings, we're going to have this annual meeting called ASM Microbe that's held in a major city every year. And there is ASM Microbe 2026 coming up. So the abstract submission opens mid-November. So it probably is soon. So keep an eye out for it. It's going to be in Washington, D.C., so not too far from us. So yeah, definitely apply and visit this meeting if you're interested. To help with that, for at least the early career scientists, we do offer for each branch, there are 3 prizes awarded every year. These are travel awards. They're called the Peggy Carter Prize, named after Dr. Peggy Carter for her contributions to microbiology. So just remember that this amount does not cover all of the expenses for like the registration, attendance, as well as like the boarding, lodging, but it will help recoup some of that cost, at least the registration costs at the least. So it's also really good for your CV. So I encourage people to apply for this. I will send a follow-up email with the details for how to apply for this after this meeting. So keep an eye out for that. All right, so we have two representatives from the ASM journals here, Adriana and Joe, right there. So Joe and Adriana right there, yeah. So they are from the Microbiology Spectrum and Microbiology Resource Announcements. I have personally worked with them as a reviewer, as an editor for the last several years, and the amount of work that goes into making the process of review and you know, how transparent, how easy, and how you know, to troubleshoot these things. So they think a lot about this and very deeply. So if you have any questions about getting into the review process yourself, or you want to participate in anything, talk to them. Also, any questions about your research being suitable for any of the ASM journals and which one, what the scope is, they'll be able to help you. And on their behalf, I'm just introducing a couple of new journals from ASM. One is the ASM Animal Microbiology. This is focused on basically animal-associated microbes and their impact on animal and public health. So as you can see, there's a lot of focus on host and pathogen, but it's a little bit more on the side of animals. So there's also like clinical veterinary microbiology, animal diseases, and models for infectious disease. I believe invertebrates are also considered if there is a pathogenic microbe associated with it, so there can be scope for that as well. And another journal that's coming up, it's not out yet, is the ASM Food Microbiology. So anyone of you working in that field or know someone who's working in that field can spread the word. This is going to be, this journal is going to focus a lot on all of the food-related pathogens and food safety and you know, food microbiome, etc. So definitely keep an eye out for that. All right. So I want to say we have two special speakers today. Our ASM Distinguished Lecturer, Dr. Sean Brinsmade, and I'm going to give an introduction right before his talk in a little while. And so Jason is our second keynote speaker. Jason has won the Young Investigator Award, so he'll be presenting the keynote in the afternoon. So a quick rundown of the schedule today. We have a morning session starting off with our ASM Distinguished Lecture, and then we have some interesting talks by selected abstracts. So we have invited talks from our trainees before we close for lunch around 12:15. And then we have the afternoon session led by our afternoon keynote speaker, Jason Yang, and then we have some more abstracts, invited speakers from the abstracts, followed by a poster session in the afternoon. So you will have 2:45. The poster session is going to be for odd numbered posters for 45 minutes. And then we move on to the even numbered posters until about 4:15 when we meet back here for closing remarks. And poster prizes. So that's basically the schedule. And I just want to introduce Dr. Sean Brinsmade, who's here as our ASM DL. Dr. Brinsmade is a Provost Distinguished Associate Professor in the Department of Biology at Georgetown University. His lab is focused on biology of Staph aureus and the mechanisms by which bacterial pathogens control virulence and virulence factors. And they've also looked at signaling pathways and metabolism in Staph aureus as well. So Sean earned his PhD in microbiology from University of Wisconsin-Madison, and then he moved on to his postdoc at Tufts University. and then before ending up in Georgetown. So we are really lucky to have him here. His research contributions go far and beyond. He's been involved in training grants such as T32 IMSD for students, and he's been a recipient of the NIH Pathway to Independence Award, and currently serving on our JBAC editorial board, which is awesome. So, and he's also a co-director of graduate studies for biology program at Georgetown. So welcome, Dr. Brinsmade.